I going anyway? I don't know. Just keep going until something looks familiar, I guess. Just a traveling along, blippy bloppy blue on moonlight bay. Look at that big old bus back there. Can you see that thing? Look at the mirror. There it is. I can see it right there in the mirror. Right back there. Big old bus. For all I know, that could be the Oak Ridge Boys right there on my tail. It's probably not. I don't know what they'd be doing in Vancouver, Washington. You just never know. This guy here, he's in a bigger hurry than the Oak Ridge Boy. See that? Oh, that guy's a girl too. Look at that. She got somewhere to be. Her and her kids. Her kids are laughing at her for getting her picture taken. But that's okay. They're just having fun with it. It'll be alright. Look at that. Great big old thing. Country Coach. Allure 470. Look at the size of that thing. Well, now this guy's really tailgating here. Look at that. Oh, well, he hadn't got much choice. There's a McDonald's right over there. I've had a coffee there before. There's something kind of fishy about this guy up ahead of me here. It says The Naked Sheep. Knitshop.com. I'm not sure what that means, but The Naked Sheep. That worried me a little bit when I first saw it. This guy back behind me here, he was laughing at me. I don't know if he's laughing at me or just maybe he caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror. You just never know nowadays. We're all pretty funny to look at when you think about it, you know. Even the best of us, you catch us when we first get up or something like that. It's crazy. You know, sometimes I am so smart. No, I'm not. That never happens. I ain't gonna lie to you. You've never done anything to me. Why would I want to lie to you? Now, is this a parking place for me right here in front? Or is this for handicaps or loading zone? Wait, I could use a loading zone. That'd be alright. I don't mind loading zones. I don't want to stay here more than 30 minutes anyway. That would be against my pattern. You know what the best thing about vlogging has been for me? This business of talking to yourself or talking to a camera or whatever else is going on here reminds me that it's okay to go ahead and talk or think or communicate, which puts me in line with my God. I have been praying more since I started vlogging while I'm at work. I'm just realizing that. That's a good thing. The whole idea of a relationship with the living God is that you relate to the living God. The living God. We are involved in each other's existence. He knows everything about me, and I believe what I don't know about him. Look at that. It's a pretty pink sky over there. Mount Hood, hovering in the pink aura at the end of the Columbia River. That's not really the end of the river, but it looks like it from here, doesn't it? It's pretty. It's actually beautiful. It's awe-inspiring. God made that. All it is a big bump on the dirt, on this big round thing that he hung in space somehow. That we all just take for granted every time we take a step on it. Even though we know that there are other balls like this floating around in space too. And how amazing it is that there's life on this one. God, thanks for letting me have life. We ought to all be grateful for our lives. Not being grateful for life, now that would be the ultimate, mental disease. That would be schizophrenic. That would be being out of tune with reality. once in a while, I'll just have something come through my mind. Sometimes it'll come right on out my mouth. And sometimes I'll think about it while that's happening, and sometimes afterwards. And sometimes I won't even notice it's happening at all. It'll just come out, and there it'll be. I wouldn't even know I said that till I'm editing the vlog or something, you know. That's another good thing about vlogging, is you realize what you said that you weren't paying attention to when you said it. You might be surprised how often that happens. I was. Of course, you're not me, but how do you know if you're not vlogging? You know, that's my point. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hallelujah, I am saved. Well, I sure have forgot a lot of songs, you know. You probably have too, huh? Look at that guy there pulling that suitcase. There's the Mac pack over there. Look at that. You can go in there and get yourself a pack of Macs. Well, I'm just as ornery as I've ever been. I am no good whatsoever. I am here. I am here. That's where they train firemen, right up there. Did you know that? No, you didn't know that, did you? Well, I didn't either. I figured it out one time. There's some kid out here running around the track. Looks like a little girl. Look at that. Look at her go. Almost drove into a telephone pole trying to get a picture of it. Hope I didn't scare the neighbors. Whoa! Whoop-de-bump. It's bouncy on this road. Whoop-de-bump. Oh, there's a flag. Look at that. Right there in somebody's front yard. They're probably American. All Saints Sunday, November 6th. Blessed are they. Who? That's the statement I make more often than any other, I think. I don't know. What's your most frequent statement or declaration? What have you said, let's say for example today, that has revealed the most about you? Look at this little tractor here. Look at it. See? That's a little backhoe too. That's not the first backhoe I've seen today. That might be the smallest one though. It don't mean that you have to have a big backhoe to be a cool person. In fact, I do not own a backhoe. I have never driven a backhoe or operated a backhoe that I can recall. I think that I'd remember that too, because it looks like it'd be kind of interesting. Pull one lever to make it go up, pull another lever to make it go, well, one lever one direction would make it go up, the other direction probably down. There'd be another lever to make it bend in the middle or something like that, and then straighten back out. Another lever to turn the bucket up and then back down. Oh, and then you got to be able to swivel it left and right too. So that's like getting an education, you know, learning how to drive one of them things. There'll be more than one thing to learn, you know. And the really cool guys, they sit there and make it look like it's just a living appendage when it's going up and picking up a bucket of dirt and sticking it in a truck and then going back down below to the dirt. Well, this will be a big night for me. I'm going to find out maybe as soon as tonight whether or not I'm going to ever get paid for working at the church again, or if I'm just going to be, you know, one of God's children without a key. I don't end up having to go get a job somewhere else, a part-time job somewhere or something to be able to keep my house, survive. But if the church can't afford to pay me for doing what I did down there for the last, 15 years or 18 years, I guess, something like that way, things change, God doesn't change, but, circumstances do, and churches do. And they have to put their priorities where they need them, so I understand that. I just have to see what happens and let the Lord guide me into wherever I'm a-going. There's a train. Turn misconception into contraception. There's that peach-colored building that's so tall down there. That's the one that was peeking out of the fog. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. There's some pretty clouds up there. Do you like clouds? It's interesting. A lot of people do like clouds. The people who don't, this guy here, you got your truck in the mirror. Big old truck. Big old truck. Flatbed. Somewhere under the rainbow. Hey, that's really where we're at, under the rainbow. Judy Garland was wrong. Now here is a road that, as we well know, is pretty much closed. I have decided not to take that exit until they open it back up. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Somewhere over the rainbow. Wow. I have some low hopes for this vlog, I'll tell you. There's that church that's always here, though. That's a good thing. See that little cross on top of the steeple? You ever noticed that before? That's the first time I noticed that. On purpose. There's a guy mowing his lawn with his earmuffs on. There's a girl with red, pink, purple, something hair. It's Halloween yesterday, so I think it's residual costuming. That's what I'd call it. Look at here. What's that look like to you? Is that the third backhoe we've vlogged today? That's some extremely low hopes for this vlog today. I can't imagine my editing being good enough to even warrant an upload out of this tonight. I haven't said a thing all day long that made any sense to anybody for any reason. But tomorrow's Thursday, so I got that going for me.